Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Ocarina of Fire here, and Merry Christmas to all of you. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy last Wednesday of 2013. Year's coming to a close. And with the year coming to a close, so is the NFL regular season. Everyone wants to know who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl. And people, ask me, hey Dylan, who do you think should be playing in the Super Bowl in January? I'll tell you, it could be any of the 12 teams who get in there, especially this year, because right now, both conferences are wide open. We'll start with the NFC. The Seahawks have looked unbeatable all year, but they finally got beat at home. Finally, the Arizona Cardinals went in there and beat them for the first time anyone's won there in 2 years. So that kind of takes away some of that mental edge that the Seahawks had over visiting teams coming in there in the last 2 years. Like, oh, this place is unbeatable. And now it is. You can go in there and win. Russell Wilson's kind of struggled as of late. He's been swept under the rug because they've been winning and winning big, but he's kind of struggled. He's going to be able to do enough to take the team to a Super Bowl? You don't know. Next, you got the Carolina Panthers. They've struggled to start the year, but they've been hot as of late. Is Cam Newton going to be enough to overcome his mistakes and to keep his team close? Because the defense has been doing all they can to keep Newton in the games and giving him a chance to win late, as he did this week against the Saints and against the Patriots. So it'll be interesting if they're able to make a run as well. The bottom of the NFC is where it gets interesting. You got the two play-in games, Eagles, Cowboys, Bears, Packers. I honestly don't think the Cowboys have much of a chance without Tony Romo, because the only chance they really were going to have was going score for score with the Eagles, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that now with Kyle Orton. It's really a shame, because I thought the Cowboys were going to get this game. Tony Romo was going to get his vindication, his revenge, his vendetta is going to be lifted, he's going to be clutch, and he goes and injures his back, which really puts into perspective how much of a great effort that was against the Redskins, playing that whole fourth quarter with a herniated disc. So hats off to Tony Romo. Get well soon. Hope to see you out there. The other game, Bears, Packers. Winner gets in, wins the division. Be interesting to see if Packers do get in, if they stick with Matt Flynn, or if Aaron Rodgers is ready to go. If Rodgers is ready to go, they could be a team wanting to make a big run deep into the playoffs, because he's been itching to get back out there, and with Aaron Rodgers out there, they're a completely different offense. The two wildcard teams, as of right now, the 49ers clinched their spot. They still have a chance at the division, but it's very unlikely. And right now, sitting in the 6th spot is the Saints, and as great as they started the year, they're a loss away and a Cardinals win from missing the playoffs altogether, which the way they started the season, that offense at home especially, it's crazy for them not to be there. But that's why you play 17 weeks. So there's really no front runner. The Seahawks are the front runner, but I really wouldn't be surprised if any of the 6 teams are ended up representing the NFC in New York this February. Similar can be said with the AFC. Right now you got the Broncos #1, Patriots 2. They're the two big boys on the block, with the Hall of Fame, all-time great quarterbacks. But you've seen when the calendar turns to January, Peyton Manning turns away from that 6-touchdown-a-game Peyton Manning to the 3-interception-a-game Peyton Manning. Being a Colts fan, I've seen that way too often, and it makes me sick. But I digress. So, it wouldn't be shocking to see someone, Indianapolis, Kansas City, Cincinnati, go into Denver and beat them if it comes down to it, because you've seen Peyton Manning struggle in the playoffs. It's just plain and simple. Next, the New England Patriots, they have Tom Brady, and when you have Tom Brady, you always got a shot, but they're just too hurt on offense to be just a juggernaut. Especially losing Vince Wilfork on defense. He's a space eater. You cannot replace his production, and that defense has missed him ever since. Maybe injuries finally catch up with this team, and they'll get maybe beaten at home, but they'll probably make it to the championship game because they're Tom Brady. They got the best quarterback in the league, arguably over the past 10 years. No, but yeah, when you have Tom Brady, you always got a chance, but they're just too injured really to be the top guy. Next, you got the 3 and the 4 here, the Colts and the Bengals. They're the up-and-comers to the AFC. They'll be around for the next 5 to 8 years with the squads they've been built up. Andrew Luck's getting a second postseason start. Andy Dalton will be his third. Hopefully they can win a playoff game. First time in franchise history they made the playoffs 3 seasons in a row for Cincinnati, so congrats to them on that. They've beaten New England already this year. Indianapolis has already beaten Denver this year. These teams can definitely go on the road and win a big game if they have to, but they're also banged up. The whole thing about the AFC is they're all hurt. Everyone's banged up in some way, shape, or form. The Colts losing Reggie Wayne, the Broncos losing Von Miller for the year, the Patriots, of course, with Gronkowski and Wilfork and Mayo, just key spots. The Bengals, they have injuries on both sides of the ball, especially up front. Be interesting to see. Even Kansas City has had injuries on their defensive line, and they haven't been the same since. So there really is no clear-cut favorite in the AFC either. It wouldn't be shocking if any of them teams got there. So, after reviewing all of this, I wouldn't be surprised to see Indianapolis versus San Francisco in the Super Bowl. If it was New England versus Philadelphia, or Chicago versus Denver, Kansas City versus Carolina. And all these teams got a shot. They all got a chance if they get hot. I mean, right now the Colts are hot, the Patriots are hot, the Bengals are hot, and it really takes who can get on that hot run to make it all the way to New York. Super Bowl, I hope it's a snowy mess. It'll be great. Hope it's two warm weather teams or a dome team. Hope it's Colts and the Saints, just as a snowy blizzard. Two dome teams getting outside. Whatever. So that's all I got for you today. Going a little bit through who can make it to the Super Bowl, who really doesn't have a chance. I think everyone's got a shot, especially when you get in. And plus, with this year, the way everyone's been up and down, up and down. I mean, the Broncos look great, then they look bad. The same with the Colts, they look great, then look bad. So you don't know who's going to get there. All of them teams got a shot. Yeah, I'm not going to make a who's the best, but I feel it's probably going to be I'm going to guess Broncos Eagles Super Bowl. There, I made a prediction. Broncos Eagles. Write it down. Probably be wrong. I'll leave the link to my other wrong video. Whatever, can't win them all. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you all for watching. Merry Christmas to all of you, and have a great afternoon. Ocarina of Fire checking out. Have a good one.